If this was a title of just me, it would be jet lagged, carb loaded, and hustling like MC Hammer selling CDs out of his trunk in
Nice.
the 90s.
Is that what he used to do?
Yeah, that's how he started. He went to nightclubs before he got big, and he was straight up selling CDs out of his trunk after dancing in the nightclub and trying to get the DJ to play his music. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. What's going on for you, John? How you doing?
What do you mean? What's going on? Don't you know my life?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I know some bits of it, but the people listening don't.
That's true.
Well, actually, if they follow you on Instagram, they know everything.
Yes,
Because you post
yes.
everything.
You and I are very transparent on Instagram. I have a book launch and an app launch simultaneously, and partly that's why I'm here in New York. But the app is very personal to me because it's something I've been working on for years. It just happened to land at the same time as this book, so just been overwhelmed.
That is not ideal, right? From a energy perspective and a marketing perspective.
Dude, to be honest with you, I love it because you know me. I'm like the whole muzzled greyhound. You know, you're not supposed to say spaz, I guess, these days. But most of my life, my friends would always tell me to calm down. And so those two words are very activating. I hope that when we hang out, you don't tell me to calm down.
I don't know. I don't have a desire to like, it's, I want to say I don't have a desire to change who you are.
Oh, thank you, Shaun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to change the shit out of you.
But
you just don't change me.
Some of our followers and our listeners don't agree with that. They think that I'm trying to change you, actually.
You know what? I think it's coming from a place of care and love. I don't think it's coming from a place of control. So when you give me some notes, I don't take it as you. The energy, you don't have a grabbing energy, which I love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big delay here. John just dropped out. Tess, cut it out.
Shit, did I lose you?
We lost John, everybody.
Shaun?
You're back.
Sorry, man. I'm hotel Wi-Fi.
Dude, hotel Wi-Fi, it's like you can't trust it. You cannot trust hotel Wi-Fi.
I'm sitting on the floor of 100 square foot. It's just a bed and a bathroom. Beautiful, but it's I mean, it's New York, man. I'm not used to this because I'm from LA. We have backyards in LA, you know?
Yeah, it's like Paris. Have you ever been to a Paris hotel?
No, but I got to say, there's something like this in LA wouldn't work. It just means you're in someone's closet. But this in New York works. There's something charming. I think this also in Japan works. Tiny spaces, minimal. Like it kind of forces you to, just make your bed and not be messy.
And get out.
And get out, yes.
Yeah, you're not supposed to hang out in your hotel room in New York all day.
Right. People in Los Angeles never leave their homes. So that's why the spaces are bigger.
I'm not grabby. You're not
grabby. You don't have grabby energy. One of the things that I have with previous male friends is a history of kind of this sounds really weird, man. Some of my best friends have been possessive over me. I think I told you this.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah. And so you don't have that energy.
Well, good.
Yeah. That's why we're friends.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I don't want to change you. And also when I give you like notes, as you call them, you're allowed to be like, no, fuck that. I'm going to keep doing the thing that I'm doing because that's who I am.
You know what, though? I think everyone should practice this. I try to. First, accept it. Like wherever the note is coming from, mom, parents, friends, even social media, just first accept it. Look at it. And then, of course, you have the choice to say, I don't agree. But most people bat away, are defensive. They don't even listen. They just have their hands on their ears. I want to be the person that actually takes everything in, reviews it, digests it, and then say, yes, you're right, or no, I don't agree with you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Take it in first before the like knee jerk of it's wrong.
Yes. Yes, and I've taken in everything you've said, have not agreed with one thing so far.
Perfect. But it doesn't matter because yeah, because I'm more, this relationship is more important than your boundaries and your sense of self.
Oh man, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. My voice is weird. Can you notice? You notice
Yeah,
my voice?
you lost your voice a little bit. Are you getting sick?
I lost my voice at the anger therapy program that I did
Oh
last week.
shit.
And I had
Yelling at people or just
yelling,
talking a lot?
yelling,
Wow.
not at anybody, maybe at myself, yelling at myself.
Shaun, I can't even imagine you yelling.
I know that's the problem.
You're not a yeller.
Exactly. My anger is all squashed down. It needs to be free, you know?
Well, by the sound of your voice, you have been doing some heavy lifting.
Yes, I released some anger and also some just like, I think I live with a lot of fear. And I think fear is kind of hard. How do you express fear?
Yeah. You mean as like a verbal expression?
Yeah. Like anger, you can
besides the
yell,
announcement that I'm scared?
but besides the announcement that I'm scared. Yeah. Sadness, you're crying. You're
Right.
visibly sad.
Right.
Anger, you could yell. Joy, you could be blissful. But fear, that to me, I freeze. That's how I experience fear.
Oh,
I
interesting.
shut down. I get small.
Right.
I don't share what I need to share. But it's hard to show that you're scared verbally.
So I think with fear, people either freeze, shut down, get small, or they explode, react, punch because of fear. I think those are kind of the two. Maybe there's more, but those seem to be the two gears. I think I tend to be more of the chair thrower when I'm scared instead of the shutting down quiet.
So like get big, make noise.
Punch the person in the face first because you're so scared you're going to get beat up.
That's what you need to do when you go to prison. That's the strategy.
Yeah, set the tone, right?
For both.
Shaun, I would not do well in prison, man. I would not. I know no body hair. I'm a fucking dolphin. I would get tossed around.
You're smooth. You're smooth.
I'm very smooth. I mean, I guess it's kind of arrogant for me to even say, even to imply, that
that you would be like a hot commodity in prison.
I mean, if people grab me and they closed their eyes and used their imagination, yeah, I can.
Here's a question: what would you most likely be going to prison for?
Ooh, that's a great question. I would be going to prison for. God, I don't know, man.
Tax evasion.
Yeah, it wouldn't be something like murder or drugs or hurting anyone. I don't think.
It'd be a white collar.
Maybe it'd be
crime.
what? Yeah, something that I didn't read the fine print, and now I'm in jail.
What about accidentally hitting a pedestrian, like manslaughter?
Dude, maybe.
I feel like that's everybody.
I gotta get off my fucking phone when I'm driving. Yes, for sure.
Dude, the fact that you even admit that you're on your phone when you're driving, kudos.
100%.
Hats off.
100%. It's a problem, man. It's a problem, and I feel like if you have a self-driving car, maybe it's okay a little bit, but when I'm on the long stretches of road and I see signals and I'm in a familiar place, dude, I got my phone out. I'm fucking texting, DMing, like even sending emails via voice, but still I'm on my phone. It's horrible. I have a child and I keep telling myself I got to stop. It's a horrible addiction, man.
Dude, fucking kudos to you for admitting this. Like there's no fucking way I would admit this.
I do it, dude, and I need to stop. And also where I live, there's people that jog, and it's very easy to like hit someone because you're
someone
texting
with a stroller.
Yes. So that's something.
What you're going to fucking prison for.
Well, that's probably the worst thing that could happen in my life. Where because of my texting, especially now that I've announced it on our podcast, I hurt someone because of that. I couldn't. The guilt would be so heavy. It would crush me.
Drugs, dude. I'd probably start doing drugs again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that it's better if you're drunk, but come on, texting is hitting someone because you're texting or because you're on your phone is probably there's no excuse for that. For
We
sure.
got to look at we should look at the data. I'm sure that texting and driving is worse than drinking and driving
Oh
now.
man. Oh yeah. And hey, listen. This podcast is called "We Can Do Better."
Not we're perfect.
Not we're perfect, and I guarantee you, most people listening to this have at least once during the week texted or been on their phone in the car when they shouldn't have.
Okay, well, I guess I just I want to give you some love for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
thanks. Hey, I don't do it on my motorcycle. On my motorcycle, I swear I don't text.
Well, no shit. You got to grab the clutch and the throttle. There's
no, dude. I have held my phone up with one hand and I've filmed myself while I'm driving my motorcycle, and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing? That is a gateway. What are you doing, John?" And then I was like, "Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop."
But for you, it's not scrolling. You're not scrolling through Instagram.
No,
you're like firing off tech. You're like business.
Yeah, it's all business. No, I don't scroll. It's all audio. Dude, my to-do list in the morning, I feel like is so long, and if I don't start chipping away at it, I have a lot of anxiety. So when I'm driving, I feel like now's production time. So I just start via audio, text this person, send, like, I'm not like scrolling and watching. That's not what I'm doing. No, I'm not taking in content. I'm trying to get shit done.
It's funny. I was at a party this weekend and I was telling my friends how I'm tired all the time. Mm-hmm. And then we were like, oh, maybe it's, maybe it's like low testosterone or I don't know what. But I was like, I think I'm just like, I don't have enough things going on. So there's like nothing going on in my life. She's like, oh, you're not burnt out. You're like burned in. I'm like burned into doing nothing. Yeah. I was like, I don't even have like a full-time job. I go to the gym at noon. I got no kids. Right. Like, what's my excuse for being fucking tired?
Well, but let's just also pull back and know that you are going through a transition. You are doing things like moving, settling in, getting into projects. It's all happening now. You're just not in the trenches like I am.
It's true. I'm not in the trenches.
No.
I'm like looking at the trenches, wondering if someone's going to invite me in.
You don't need a fucking invitation, Shaun. You just jump in.
But you need projects to jump into.
Oh, you have projects.
I know. I'm actually currently filling out a vetting form for doing a retreat at Kripalu. So I'm doing some things.
Where's Kripalu? I don't even know how to say it.
Kripalu is a yoga retreat center in Massachusetts, in Western Mass, out there by Stockbridge. It's really nice. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So I want to bring Love Camp there on like a large scale.
I could see you doing very well in that retreat space. I know you've done it before, just because you're very personable and you're not you hold up. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say, this is one of the best compliments I think I've said many times is if someone follows you, someone's watches your videos or listens to your podcast, they meet you in person and they're disappointed. I don't think most people would be disappointed because you're pretty consistent.
That's really nice of you to say.
John. Yeah.
And I also want to say this. I'm just going back to the texting and driving thing. I had a buddy drive like 12 hours to come visit me in Flagstaff, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I watched like so many shows." I'm like, "What? What do you mean watching shows?" Hold on.
Oh my god! You can listen to a podcast by watching a show.
And he's like, "Yeah, no, I just throw YouTube on and I watch shows. I'm not like fully watching them." Okay, hold on. And I was like, "You're insane. That's totally crazy." And then I went on a long road trip, and I'm like, "Let me try this thing," and I totally watched some shit. I watched some YouTube videos. Like, you're not really watching. You're kind of listening to it like a podcast, but every now and then you're looking at the screen,
Listen, if you're driving across Texas, a never-ending straight road with the zero,
that's what it was. It was driving across Nevada.
Okay, yeah. The next car is like 30 miles away. Yeah, I mean, sure, but
also, no, we shouldn't be doing any of this. We should just be listening to podcasts and music.
You're right.
And driving. And we're both admitted to not being the most careful drivers. And we both like driving. We're both like driving people.
Yes. Gotta stop.
And everybody's doing it.
And everyone's doing it.
A lot of people are doing it.
Yes.
Okay, John, I don't know what to do here. I got a bunch of negative feedback.
Oh shit. Oh man. Here we go. Principal's office once again.
No, me. For me.
Oh, you personally?
Yeah, for me. Yeah, no, you're the principal. Now I'm the student.
What? Okay, I'm curious. And also, you don't have to give
That's
yourself a self review every time we do the podcast,
well,
because
that's the dilemma. That's the
you're also
dilemma I
sensitive
have.
like me, man. And I don't want you to be punctured because people are saying shit.
Well, I'm already punctured because I read the thing.
Oh, you're okay.
It's already done. The
Okay.
damage is done. Now
The
I'm just
damage is done.
it's the aftermath, and then I'm kind of
Okay.
curious. But I also don't want this whole podcast to be like we read feedback about how we suck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to be a little fair in the sense that like some people are getting the impression that you're in the principal's office more than I am, and I don't want that. I
Got
don't
it.
want you to feel like you're worse than I am.
Okay. Today it's all about Shaun bashing.
Are you into it?
Let's do it.
We'll do a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So someone said that the feedback is lopsided, that you're getting more criticism than I am, and I think that makes sense because I'm the one reading the shit,
Yeah.
and then I've invited you to bash me more, and you do when you can, but I think it is lopsided, right?
Yeah. And also, come on, the intention isn't to bash.
It's not. That's not
Yeah.
what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build a better relationship.
Yeah. But man, fuck, people love it. People love it if you're like, here's what people are saying that's wrong with me. Oh my God, who wouldn't listen to that? It's naturally becoming bait.
I mean,
Audio bait.
It is kind of fun though. So people have said that when I gave you feedback about being more curious, that is me 100% projecting because I'm the one who's not curious about you and your life.
That's not true, dude. You are very curious. You ask me about what's going on all the time. I don't find that to be true. I think you're curious about my life.
I didn't think that it would land either, but someone did say that you could be more expressive of your own needs. So maybe taking up a little bit more room with what you need, which I think is nice. I'm open to that.
Yes, and you know what you did? You said, "Hey, John, sometimes when we talk about stuff, I don't find you asking me how I'm feeling or what I'm doing." Remember you said that last time. So
yeah.
That's you expressing, "Hey, quit making it about you all the time."
Yeah. Okay, so I could be more curious. Someone just said that I'm pretentious and judgmental, and that John works very hard to be patient, and that Shaun is basically just working out his own stuff. And this person feels that I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
I think that's my mom.
Is this your mom?
Yeah, that's my mom. Ignore that one. Let's move on.
So I'm pretentious and judgmental, and that you're working very hard to be patient with me as I work out my issues. Which I think there's some truth to that. There's some truth to me.
Pretentious?
No, me working out my issues.
Yes.
Like it kind of feels like I have more issues to work out.
I don't think that's true. I think we are in different places. I know that because you remind me of many transitions. I mean, what you're going through in your life right now is a pretty big deal, man.
Yeah.
I
guess. I just feel like my life is always in transition.
Well, in the last 2 years, shit has happened.
That's true.
You're making moves. You're doing your eat, love, pray. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the eat, love, pray thing. It's cute. Okay, so here's the last one. I guess these aren't that terrible, but here's the last one. This one's really bad. This is a review that we got.
It's both of us.
No, it's just me.
Okay.
But still 3 stars. So.
Okay.
This person says, "I want to love this podcast. I listen to it every week, wondering if it's finally going to grab me." And I just have to say, listen. I just
should have said, "Hey, like John said, I'm not a grabby person, so it's probably not going to grab you because that's not how I roll."
Let me just say, if you're listening to it every week and if you listen to 21 or 25 hours of this podcast, it has grabbed you. It's grabbed you, right?
Or you're just someone who really gives things a chance.
I don't give 20 hours to a podcast unless I'm invested,
Yeah.
And this person says that there are parts that are immensely entertaining. Okay.
Yeah.
Today's episode was Shaun's new tattoo. Let's start with that he has admitted he's in the throes of midlife crisis. I am. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But not just a harmless one, as he has now unfortunately made permanent changes to his body in the process.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, in all honesty, from a woman's perspective, that it's going to affect his life going forward. There are not many women I know that would be interested in taking Shaun seriously with a horny devil tattoo on his arm. Just to add to the offensiveness that it's giving the middle finger. Not a whole lot of us have dreamed of marrying a man and having his children with that on his arm, or even as simple as letting him meet anyone in our family. He had a date after that and it didn't go so well. He should probably be prepared. He should probably be prepared that a lot won't now after that he has put that on his body. His whole hedonistic, self-centered way of living doesn't age well.
Oh my gosh, you wrote a whole paper.
She's coming after me. He's still handsome and he's enjoying his fun, but instead of encouraging John to loosen up and making his life feel less than, which I don't think I do, by the way, in the process with his shocking sexcapades, maybe he should try to live a little bit more like him. John is living like a grown-up, and there's beauty in that. But back to the tattoo. The previous idea was good enough. He should have stuck with that.
Wow. Wow. I want to back up and start with this. You're not going through a midlife crisis. You're going through a midlife awakening. All right. The whole crisis thing.
I
don't like that term.
Whoa, wait, that's good.
Yeah. And we're all about changing vocabulary, right? Changing terms. And the whole midlife crisis, because it's also slanted toward men, it's always like, oh, you're going through a midlife crisis. You're buying Corvettes and dating younger. You don't know who you are. You're fucking losing yourself. I don't think that's what's happening to you. I think you're going through a midlife awakening. I think you are asking big questions and trying to be better, So that's what you're going through.
I love that.
Yeah. And your tattoo is a reflection of that. Now, she doesn't like your tattoo. That's okay. Many people don't like my tattoo. My mom says, you look like auto mechanic. And she's like, please, no more tattoos. You look like auto mechanic, which is horrible, but my mom's fucking,
Yeah.
And dude, the thing about tattoos is it's art and it's self-expression, right? My left arm just looks dirty. You know what I'm saying? It looks like I rolled my left arm into newspaper, but I don't care. It's what I like. And so if someone doesn't like your tattoo, they have their opinions on it. But fuck, like in today's day where tattoos are the norm and the amount of diversity with tattoos, your tattoo isn't like, it's not like you got Bart Simpson on your ass or something.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Even Bart Simpson on your ass, like you'll find someone who either loves it, doesn't care about it, or is like, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but I still love you as a person.
Yeah. Who's the drummer from Blink 182?
I don't know.
But he has Cadillac across his chest. A giant. He's a billboard for Cadillac because he, I guess, loves Cadillac, right?
Is he single?
No, he's dating one of the Kardashians. He's also famous and a rock star, and he could get away with it.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, it's like putting Toyota on the side of my stomach. Like what? Like,
well, that
whatever meaning it has.
Yeah. I mean, this person feels like they're like, I don't know. They just
they're giving you their opinion.
It's an opinion.
She doesn't like your tattoo. I get it. That's fine.
But also, it's not a sexy devil. It's a baby devil.
Yeah, so it's more cutesy. But also, I realized, and I didn't know this, your tattoo is a very specific genre style that you like.
It is.
And a lot of people that don't know about tattoos will just be like, oh, it's a devil flipping you off or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what I got for feedback.
Hey, real quick before we move on, how does it feel hearing that? Does that hurt you? I mean, she wrote an entire paper on
Yes, and posted it as a review. And that what I was going to say is, please, people, leave us a review like this one.
Write me a paper.
Write John a paper.
Yeah.
How does it feel? It feels a little misguided. Honestly, it feels a little weird. It feels like she's triggered in some way.
Does it hurt at all? Does it hurt because you just got this brand new tattoo and someone doesn't like it?
There's a part of me that thinks she's right.
Oh, Shaun.
Like I was like, oh yeah, I went on a date and she didn't like it, even though she was all fully tatted. So that's probably not it. But part of me was like, dude? Oh, is that real?
So tattoos and haircuts, even though we want to express ourselves, yeah, we can be unsure and insecure. And so when someone says like, something about your hair, even if you like it, it fucking stings, man. Or hey, that shirt you're wearing, like it stings. Even if you're confident, even if you know that you like it inside, if someone says something about something aesthetically about you, that definitely stings. It definitely, unless it's your mom, you know?
Well, it's funny. I'm like coming to terms with, the shaved head thing, and
Yeah.
I like it when I see myself in the mirror, but when I see myself in photos, I'm not super into it. But I saw my neighbor yesterday, and I hadn't seen him since I shaved my head, and he was like, "Oh man, you cut your hair. You look much older now." And I don't think it wasn't a compliment.
Mm,
I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, I didn't think it was going to make me look older."
One of my clients who did my 3-day intensive recently said that, oh, by the way, I like Shaun's shaved head.
Hmm.
I think that's the way to go. If you're starting to get that little Dr. Phil thing, no halo, shave your head. That was the right move. So
Well, thank you.
yeah.
And someone left you a sweet message because you sometimes speak negatively about yourself, including like your dirty arm or your head. Remember last episode? You were like,
dirty arm. Someone just listening now is like, what? He's got dirty arms? It's the
so
ink.
she wants to assign some homework for you, John.
Okay.
That when you have the urge to say something unkind about yourself, instead pay yourself a compliment or say something that you like about yourself instead.
That's hard. Self-deprecation. How do you say it? Self-deprecation.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, that's always been my thing. Dry humor and self-deprecate. That's just kind of that's my style. So
yeah,
I appreciate that, but giving myself compliments, it doesn't look good on me. It's not my thing. It's not on brand.
It's not on brand.
Not at all.
Yeah. But maybe it could be on brand in like not outward facing, but inward facing.
Privately.
Yeah.
Privately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or how about publicly right now? How about one thing that you love about yourself?
Dude, what is happening today, man?
No, I'll do it too.
Oh my. Okay, you're right. That's a good. Listen, dude. Fucking men need to do this. You're right, man.
One thing you love about yourself.
One thing I love about myself in the frenzy of everything that's going on right now. Hey, okay, I have a good one. So, I'm trying to sell CDs right now. I'm hustling, right? And I put on a group text. I put hey guys, zero pressure, but I'm trying to get more men into my single on purpose app. Here's the thing: if you want to post, please do. If you don't, that's okay too, right? One person responded. One friend responded and said, "Sure," or whatever. And instantly, I felt. By the way, I didn't put you on. I didn't put you on the text.
I know.
I didn't want to. And instantly, I felt, God, what are you doing, dude? Why are you trying to push things on people? Why? So there's this whole negative, like, why, you're making people uncomfortable. But then I like stood up for myself and I was like, listen, I don't ask for a lot of things. And also I believe in asking for things. Most people I know don't ask for anything. Dude, I will DM people. I will ask for things. And what they say, no, that's okay. I will still reach out. I will reach out. I met Jay Shetty once on an Instagram live. My friend Justin Baldoni, we were on a text thread. He gave me his phone number. I don't know him, but I was like, fuck it. I texted him. Most people would be like, no, you got to meet him. You got to shake his hand. You don't just text people. I did it. Did he respond? No. but I'm starting to be okay with this is who I am. I'm not begging. I'm not rude. I'm not standing outside your door knocking on it. But a text or what, like just asking for things in general, which I used to not like about myself. I'm starting to sit in it and be okay with it and actually like that about myself. It's not a bad thing.
Well, it's a nice quality if you do it with an open hand without expectations and you don't like become an asshole about it if they don't give you
I always say zero pressure. I always try to be kind about it, and I never do it more than like once. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it's a great quality that a lot of people don't have, or that a lot of people struggle with asking.
Some people get offended when you ask for things,
Yeah, but also some people like aren't going to get what they want because they're just scared of asking.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm trying to live by. Is I don't want to be someone who didn't ask for the kiss, or didn't ask for this, or didn't ask for, a higher rate or a favor or whatever it is that you feel like you need,
John's learning that it's important to ask for the kiss.
Yes. Did you hear that? Instead of grabbing, instead of taking it. Yeah.
Hey, I'm paying for first dates now. Okay. So, we're doing
more than coffee. If you
More
go
than
on a date with
coffee.
Shaun, you will get appetizers and then the check. And he'll pay for it.
Poutine, drinks. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, what's one thing you what's one thing you like about yourself?
Thank you. I think I have I am good at making people feel seen.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And my presence is good when I'm with you.
Yeah. That makes a sexy partner, Shaun.
And I make people laugh. Pretty funny.
I don't know about that, but
not everybody. Not everybody. Not everybody.
I'm just fucking with you. Come on, we gotta fuck with each other, man. We can't be all nice to each other.
Vanessa thinks I'm funny. Just FYI.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask her. Well, that's a little bit of because she doesn't think I'm funny at all. So if she thinks you're funny and she doesn't think I'm funny, that stings a little bit.
She tells me all the time. I'm just kidding.
Holy shit. That stings more than like that stings more than like, her saying like, I don't know, some kind of aesthetic compliment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because women love humor. Humor goes further than, say, a big dick.
She's never told me I was funny.
I think she actually thinks you're funny. But anyway.
That was the joke. That's the funny part. Okay, let's pivot.
Yes.
Men, sex, and dating.
Men, sex, and dating. Let's do it.
Yeah. So somebody sent me some stats from a Cleveland study.
Mm-hmm.
That men are super conscious about their body image. And if you're listening to the show, you know that John and I both have our insecurities.
Yeah.
And it's impacting their sex life. So 71% of men in the U.S. admit that their self-body image impacts their sex life.
Mm.
So that's like almost 3/4 of all men.
That's a lot. That's surprising.
3/4 of all men have some body image issue that is preventing them or is impacting their sex life negatively.
You know what it is? You know why that number is staggering? It's because no one talks about it. It's because it's hidden, We're
not talking about it?
Well, we are. But the majority of men who have body issues, body dysmorphia, insecurities, they don't sit around talking about it, unless maybe with their therapist, but they're not openly talking about it.
Yeah, I don't really tell my buddies that like I wish I had like a smaller waistline, or that I'm like don't love my belly or my abdominal fat. Or
don't you think women do talk about that stuff more in their circles? I
think so.
Yeah, men, and I think partly because if we talk about our bodies, we seem weak and we seem it's not a manly thing to do, to talk about your waist size or your belly fat.
Yeah. Whoa. Where was I? I was at Kripalu last weekend, and it's like a buffet.
Yeah.
And I cannot be trusted around buffets.
Oh, me either.
Dude, I'm having I will have 3 breakfasts in one, which normally I would just have the yogurt, and then this time I'm having the yogurt with the toast and the eggs and this. And there was a woman there, a friend that I made, and I was like, oh man, I ate way too much. I'm feeling super fat right now. And she goes, oh, weird. I've never heard a man say that before.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I'm feeling fat right now.
Yeah.
So apparently 64% of men admit that they have experienced sexual performance issue and that it makes them feel like less of a man.
I could see that, man. If I gained weight in the bedroom, it would definitely ripple. It would definitely, I would feel insecure. I would feel like if I see my reflection in the mirror while we're having sex, I'd feel, like that whole thing.
So I sometimes don't like the way I look, and I try not to let it affect my self-image or become self-conscious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing that I tell myself is that like the person I'm having sex with, if I'm having sex with anybody, probably is also self-conscious about something in their body.
Yeah,
and they're probably not focused on my body. They're more focused on their body. So that kind of like keeps me in the present, so that I don't like check out and get really worried or like come up with some excuse for why I'm not in the mood.
I think men would be surprised if you are in a hetero relationship, how much women don't care. I'm always reminded, like, we don't care, John. You know, the little layer, the little spare tire you have around your waist, or the whatever you're insecure about. They care more about how you make them feel. I think most women would pick humor over abs.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Abs aren't funny.
I mean, that being said, there are women. Vanessa has been the first woman who's like, John, I fucking love abs. Firefighters, all that. And I was like, oh, you're the first person that has put weight on abs, because a lot of women say that if you have abs, they know what it takes to make those abs, which means no life and not, very strict food, and you're at the gym every day and all that. So,
A discipline.
I don't want to be shredded because I'm not willing to do what it takes to get there and lose that quality of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a pizza.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Yeah.
I
had 3 last night.
It looked good.
Night.
3 slices?
3 slices at 1 a.m.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing. You got a carb load. You got a carb load. I think Mark
Wahlberg is his name.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Did probably helped Calvin Klein sell the most amount of fucking boxers ever.
Yeah.
But did not do us regular men a service.
Yeah, that is not the average male's body.
He's the bench. That was the benchmark. Mark.
Yeah.
For what the optimum male physique should look like.
Can look like, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently 20-year-olds, today's 20-year-olds are having less sex than their previous generation. And 15% of adults between the age of 20 and 24 report having no sexual partners since they turned 18.
Why do you think that is? Why are men, younger men these days, not having? Is it because they're more picky? What's going on?
I think it's a combination of maybe fear of sexual STIs, sexually transmitted infections.
Okay, but those have always been there.
Yeah, but I think it's just scarier. I don't know why. I think the dating is harder now.
Yeah, for sure.
Apps.
Yep.
So, if I'm not mistaken, it's interesting. I think 50%. So of men who use dating apps, when they're swiping, this is data from Tinder, men will swipe left on 50% and right on 50% of women. This is hetero data that we have here. So they're saying yes to every other woman. Women are swiping left, so they're saying no to 95%.
Yeah, I could see that.
Of the men that they're swiping on. So guys aren't going on dates anywhere near as much as they could if they were women.
I think also I think also Gen Z. I don't think sex is at the top of their list. I think they want more. I think they're also looking for emotional connection more so. I think that whole generation is overthinking and also cautious and also want more for themselves than say Gen X.
Maybe, but also I feel like it's harder to, like, unless you're from a well-to-do family, like it's going to be harder to get ahead in the world as a Gen Zer.
Yes, there's a lot of failure to launch. Look, fucking, it's expensive these days. There's a lot of Gen Zs having kind of just trying to get by.
It's going to be harder for them to buy a house, if not downright impossible.
Yeah, impossible.
And so I think that can affect your self-esteem.
They have nowhere to have sex. That's what it is.
Like 5 roommates. They have 5 roommates.
They have roommates, and getting a hotel is expensive. So it's like, what are they going to do in their car? Like, they have nowhere to have sex.
Yeah,
what?
You can't stay in a hotel. It's crazy.
No, it's
100 square feet. in New York?
100, $400, $500, 100 square foot here in New York. I'm on the 8th floor.
You can hear
So,
your partner pooping.
and you can hear, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, they want to have sex. It's so sad. They want to have sex. They can't afford it. Oh, shit.
Yeah, but that's not really it though, huh?
I don't know. I think there's a lot happening with that generation, good and bad. And maybe good and bad isn't the term, but Gen Zs are really interesting. It's almost like it's almost like a different species is emerging from the human lineage.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like have a lot of experience with Gen Z folks.
Especially men. It's different.
Especially men.
Especially men. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
curious to see how they're gonna end up when they get to be our age. It's gonna
I
be
think they're much more emotionally available and mature.
Oh yeah. But at the same time, I've also witnessed a huge failure to launch epidemic where Gen Z is not taking risks, not doing things. They overthink. They're used to instant gratification. They're not embarking on their hero's journey. There's no initiation. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I was folding jeans at 15. I was fucking ripping plasma in a hazmat outfit as my first job. I was doing shit, Gen Z, they don't pull triggers.
I mean, yeah, I worked at a bagel shop. I worked at
Yeah,
a video
you
store.
should. And you should serve and
I
all
was
that.
serving. I was
Yeah.
stocking groceries.
Yeah. I think Gen Z, because of information and how savvy they are, they're like, if it doesn't line up with, things that are going to compound interest or all whatever, I'm not going to do it. And so they don't do anything but just think and overthink and overthink and overthink.
And I don't think everybody can just. I think they're being shown a lot of like get rich quick on the internet.
Yes,
kind of.
yes, they're getting. Well, yeah, of course. I think social, because we didn't grow up. Well, I didn't grow up with that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so they're showing a lot of, hey, listen.
You want to make money? Here's the real way to make money.
Right. You don't need to
flip
get
burgers. A drop ship. You got to get some T-shirts. You got to like
merch, brand yourself.
And it's like, and they're like 16.
Yeah.
I was just trying to show up, get my mom to drop me off at the bagel shop at 6 a.m. That's it. And then I made bagels.
Yeah. I was trying to get a job at Del Taco, fast food. Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
And
there needs to be more of that. But here's the thing, that creates an initiation for men. It creates some kind of rite of passage. It creates work ethic, discipline, learning, exploration.
I got high with my coworkers. It was fun. It was fun. Now you got to figure out how to build a business as an online dropship business as a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
I know.
That's scary.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is correct. All of this with the injection of tech changing our culture is definitely turning youth, but especially men, into just terrified, confused beings, not willing to leave the house. That's why they're not having sex.
I'm a little scared to talk about Gen Z because I feel like I don't understand them, and I'm scared of like scaring them off or like saying the wrong thing.
They're like alien, dude. They're a different species. I don't know how to approach them. You're right, dude.
No,
I'm like,
this conversation is making me nervous. Like we're speaking poorly about them.
They're gonna hack into our shit. They will be at our house. They're gonna tear down. I mean, they're smart, man. I might go home and my house might be burned down. I don't know. Gen Z, they know how to get shit done.
Now we're praising
in that
them.
way. Yeah.
Well, so hey, if you're Gen Z and you're struggling, we'd love to hear from you.
Oh yeah, leave a message.
Drop us a voicemail 657-549-1001. Should we do a question?
Let's do it.
Okay. Oh, okay. These are surprise questions. I uploaded them, but I don't know what they're about.
Oh, I love it. That's better.
Well, no, I picked them, but I didn't
Listen
name them, so I don't know.
Okay,
let's go.
Hi, John and Shaun. My name is Charlie. I live in Texas. I am 38 years old. My question is, how do you get the courage to up and leave? I'm married. We're not compatible. We're literally just roommates. We have a kid, and I just feel like life should be different. And I'm so fearful of the other side. Just curious, how do you get the courage to up and leave and choose better for yourself?
Great question. So many can relate, and I gotta say, I love women with the name Charlie. Women with is it guy names? I don't know how to say it, but like Charlie,
Roger.
Logan.
Yeah.
No, not Roger. Not Roger.
Wait. Oh, I have a friend named George, a woman named George. And it's the best.
I've never heard that. That's
it's the best.
No,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Georgie. No? Yeah. No, it's
Georgie.
I love
That's
it.
cute.
I love it.
I think
I love it.
Yeah.
So Charlie.
Yeah, not like Damien or something. That doesn't.
Yeah. Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah, women Jordan. I've heard of that. What do you think of this question? It's actually, I think, a very common question. Being in a relationship, especially marriage, and also to make it complicated, kid or kids, knowing it's not honest, not happy, but how do I have the courage to leave? I'm terrified about the other side.
Yeah, super common.
Very common.
So I feel like if I was John, I'm going to answer it like you.
Why don't you just answer it like you? What the fuck? We the Freaky Friday today? What's going on?
I mean, dude, leaving a relationship. The thing is, I don't have a kid, and so and also I'm aware of how hard it is for a woman to leave sometimes because they might not have the resources to make that change possible. Although that's not what we heard here, right? Like she didn't talk about her finances.
You're gonna get a shitload of comments for what you just said.
I know. Wait, what? It's
Are
true,
you implying
though.
that women don't have jobs?
No, I'm implying that.
No, I'm not saying that. That's what you're gonna get. I know what you're saying. I know where your heart is.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking. Anyways.
All right, next question. Can we get more questions about cars? Okay. Two things. One, and this is, if you don't have the courage, this is how you get the courage. This is how I would get courage. You're taking someone hostage. So if you're in a relationship that is dead, I call this the flat soda breakup, which is in my new book, Break Up on Purpose. No, I'm just kidding. It's the flat soda breakup. So meaning that people, if both of you guys know that this is, you guys are roommates, you're also preventing your partner from finding love and the kind of love that they deserve, right? And number two, as far as children go, imagine your mom when you were growing up, stuck in a marriage. Would you have want her to be unhappy, or would you have wanted her to just, pull the pin, start over, and find someone? Because also it's going to make you a happier person / a better parent. I would not want my child to witness a false relationship or people walking on eggshells or never kissing or sleeping in separate rooms. My parents were like that. I would not want to model that for my child. So basically, if you want courage, don't make it about you, is what I'm trying to say. Because when we make it about us, we're terrified. If we don't make it about us, and if you want to make it about your child, in the other way, not in the way that you don't want them to stress. Of course they're going to stress, but at the end of the day, they're going to look back and respect you more for having the courage to leave a relationship that was dead or not honest to you.
Amazing. Yeah. So that, thank you for that. There's a lot of things that I want to like piggyback off of. Don't stay for the kids. From what I can tell, every time I've posted about this stuff, all the kids who were whose parents stayed for them wish that they hadn't.
Yeah.
And when their parents finally were like, "We're getting divorced," the kids were like, "Finally, Jesus Christ, what took you so long?"
Yeah. And we're going to be fine.
And they're going to be fine. And they would I'd much rather see
a happier mom
or a happier mom or happier dad.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing here. If you're wanting to leave, you're terrified, but you do want it to be better. You want to be happier. This is not what you envisioned for yourself. So can you make a hard decision for yourself today that's going to set up your future self up in a better position, right? Like going to the gym, we don't like it, but after we feel better. And if you do that consistently over time, you're going to have a healthier, stronger body, right?
Also, I find that people are afraid of two things when they leave a relationship. Or one, that they'll never find someone else, like no one else will be interested in them. And two, that they don't want to be single. And one of my missions is like, why is being single so bad? Like, why is that a stain? Why? I mean, I know why. It's because society and people say that when you're single, there's something wrong with you, or if you've been single for too long. But I mean, I've been trying to give singlehood a cape for the last 5 years, and it's like single, you don't have to be single forever, but being single isn't a bad thing.
No, I mean, I kind of like it.
Of course, you like it. You're fucking going to sex parties, and
Imagine if this is so hilarious. Imagine if, like, for your book, Single on Purpose, will there ever be like a second edition or something?
No, but there's an app. It's out now.
The single, yeah. What if I was the face of your app?
You are the face. Come into my app, Shaun. You are actually a great face for my app. You're actually, oh my god, you're a living example, right? And you're not like saying, oh, I'm anti-relationships.
No.
You are also looking for love, but you're a great example of someone who's single. And I'm not going to say old, but you're not 20, right?
I'm not 20.
So you do have a ticking clock.
I'm older.
You're older, right?
I got gray hair and I got gray beard.
You got gray hair, but you also, want children. You're not like trying to be single for the rest of your life. And yet you're taking this time to do things like transition life, go live in a new city, work on projects, run retreats, just go fucking live your life.
I am living life. I'm not letting it stop me.
No, you're getting these horrible tattoos. You're
sexy devil. What the fuck is up with that? Who's gonna want to marry me now?
Look, you're lifting weights. You're wearing higher socks. You're doing a lot of good shit. Shaun.
I'm wearing XL t-shirts now.
Oh, why?
That's the look.
Oh, is it? I can't pull that off.
A little looser.
Yeah, but I'm not as tall as you, and so if I don't wear something fitted, I look like a little refrigerator box.
Okay.
You're a great example. You're a great example of someone who's embracing singlehood. And also, I'm sure there are times that you're alone and lonely.
Yeah, I want sex, dude. I want connection. I want intimacy. I want someone to watch movies with. I want someone to go I want all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Single on Purpose, the app. Check it out in the show notes. There's a link there.
Oh, Shaun, look at I didn't even ask him. I did a lot of hinting. I didn't even ask him.
Well, and John, ask for what you want. That's your thing,
know,
right?
but that's
your thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anyways,
for that. I appreciate
there's a new app. It's coaching. It's community.
It's a community of like-minded singles. If you hate swiping, and it's gonna be organic, authentic connections in there, and then we're gonna have live events and stuff like that. And then of course, video courses, coaching, and all that.
Yeah, there's like a growth component to it.
Yeah, of course.
Instead of Tinder, there's a gross component to it.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Nice.
Yes.
So link in the show notes. Just click that and go straight to it. Download it.
Thank you.
Get in.
Thank you.
I'm not done. I'm not done with the lady, Charlie.
Yes, I'm not. She represents so many people right now.
So here's the thing. You said you're holding the other person hostage, or you might be, but that other person might be very, very invested in the status quo, even if they're not happy. Like maybe they're having like boring sex, like maintenance sex, and that is fine for Charlie's partner. And
they also may be afraid to venture off on their own or to end this.
Yeah, I just don't think that it's safe to assume that you're holding the other person hostage.
Right.
I think men sometimes can be very like they are cemented in their relationship, whether it's good or not, because of what it means to have a partner and to not be divorced. Right. So it might not be an amicable breakup.
Yeah.
And that you shouldn't let that stop you anyways.
Right. Hey, do you think for people like us, it's harder to be in a relationship because we want more for ourselves? Like
yes.
we're what's that? You know what I'm talking about? Like
yes.
Vanessa and I, both of us, not just me, we're not scared of divorce. If things don't work or we're unaligned for too long, we're out and we're okay with that.
Yeah.
We're not going to hate each other, but there is no like guarantee, and we both can look at each other in the eyes and say we choose to be with each other, but we're okay if it's not forever. Most people are like, oh my God, what are you saying?
Yeah. I mean, if you and Vanessa don't work out, you'll be twice divorced.
And I'm okay with that.
I love that. You can tattoo that on your right forearm.
Divorce to me are like stamps on a passport. I went somewhere and came back. You know what? If you have one stamp on your passport, I think you have less tree rings. You're less wisdom, less knowledge. You haven't seen shit. So Divorce to me is like, I mean, maybe after 3, calm down. But
Well, but I've got no stamps, John.
okay, sorry. I'm just trying to stick up for people who have been divorced many times, and on their forehead it says salvaged or defective, or
Salvage time.
you know, you're on a date, dude. If you're on a date and you say you've been divorced, say more than 3 times, people will judge you very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. I've never been on a date.
Once they're curious, twice they're like, might be a pink flag. If you've been divorced 3 times in our society, people are like, that's something's wrong with him or her.
What about if you've never been married and you're my age?
See that exactly. That's also not fair.
People, that's a little sus.
Yeah, people will say, "What's wrong with you? Why aren't you married?"
Well, I'm working on that. That's what I say.
Well, because you say because I'm picky. You say because I'm picky.
Because I haven't met anybody that I want to spend time with more than being alone.
Yes, and you want more for you. Yeah, and you want to bring a lot to the table when you make that choice. That's why.
I like that. And I'm still working on my mommy issues.
Don't lead with that. Make sure that's the end. I wouldn't start with that.
Okay, the last thing I want to just point out is that you said something about separate bedrooms. Like if your parents are in separate bedrooms, like you said that in a kind of a negative way. There are people who have separate bedrooms who are madly in love with each other, but like he snores or she has weird flatulence things, and they just.
Yes, I meant that as in roommates, sexless. Yeah. What's ironic is Vanessa and I also have separate bedrooms because our daughter comes in, wakes us up. It's a fucking whole thing. So we would have separate houses too. Like you know what, man? Everything right now is about customization. Whatever works for you. I meant separate bedrooms, like my parents. You know that.
Did you say her daughter or our daughter?
Our daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, I said our daughter.
I heard her.
Yeah,
which would have been funny.
I don't even know if she's mine yet.
But you also have she kind of looks like you. Yeah. You also have that like whole needing to hit your penis with a hammer at 3 a.m. thing, which I think could be
not a hammer, maybe a mallet.
Use a sledgehammer. Hey, 57 minutes before the first penis mention. That's a fucking,
we're growing.
Well,
we're growing. Dude, episode 1 was nothing but dicks and penises, and just for 40 minutes we're just talking about dicks and penises, and
that's right. Yeah. Also, I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that last episode we didn't mention penises at all.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
You know what I love about this podcast, and I think what makes it enjoyable for us? Dude, we come in and we just turn it on and go. And a lot of podcasts, it's like, they want outlines. They want what are we going to talk about? They want like almost a teleprompter thing. It's like, I love this, just chatting and people being kind of a fly on the wall. I think these are always the best episodes.
I think people like that.
Yeah, some podcasts I've been on, they want fucking outlines, and at 3.5 minutes you got to hit this point and then this. And it's like, dude, am I on like the morning show? What's going on?
I hate it when they ask me to like fill out a form about what we're going to talk about. Yeah. I just I like leave it blank.
Also, in small print, how many times you have to share it and like in what format? It's like, what? Am I buying a car? What is going on?
If it's like On Being with Krista Tippett, I'm filling it out. I'm sharing the hell out of it. I'm, like if it's a big podcast, but if it's not, like, let's just have a conversation.
Yeah. I mean, the big podcast, there are teams involved, and I get that. You got to go through the hoops, but.
Should we do a second surprise question? Do you have time?
Let's do it.
John said yes.
I'm a yes man.
Hi, Shaun and John. My name's Abby. I'm 26 from San Diego. My question is how you deal with jealousy. I'm in a really loving, beautiful relationship, but I just keep finding myself stuck in sort of jealous feelings and anxieties, especially with like relationships with exes and friendships and things like that. Anyways, I would love any and all of your advice. Thanks. Have a good one.
Ashley, was that her name?
I forget.
Were you not listening?
No, I was listening. I was just her voice was like very
nice.
Yeah. I was like, where's this
Oh,
going? Where's
dude,
this
I was
going?
gonna say that, but I didn't want to sound like a pervert. I was
I
like,
know.
oh wow,
It sounded like it could have been like a sleepy like sex thing, but then it
it
ends
was
up
a
being
little
a
sultry. It was a little sexy. Like I was like, this sounds like she could do some sex talking or
Oh, wait,
whatever
hold
it's
on,
called.
hold on.
Hi, Shaun and John. My name's Abby.
Abby.
Abby, it's either very like sensual, sultry, sexy, or it's like she's depressed. I can't tell. It's a fine line. But Abby, you can't white knuckle jealousy. Logically, we could say, listen, I'm not jealous. He should have, girlfriends, or he likes someone's photo. Logically, we can say, why am I jealous? Jealousy is something that you have to process, explore, figure out where it's coming from, and then work through that, right? So there might have been history where people have been unfaithful or lied. Trust may have been broken. Maybe, I mean, at the end of the day, it has to do with insecurities within yourself. You might be jealous because you're afraid that he may leave, which may be tied to abandonment stuff, or you may be insecure. You may think that you bring less to the relationship. Like there's all these deeper issues that are tied to jealousy, which is the result of something that comes from something deeper. It's not just like, I'm jealous, I don't want to be jealous anymore, I'm going to stop it. That's not how it works.
Dude, I love your take. Like, I'm so grateful for you as a therapist. When I put up a question and I'm like, I have no fucking idea how to answer this, and you just drop a thing like, you can't white knuckle jealousy, and then tell us about like why that works or why that doesn't work. I really appreciate that.
You. I mean, I spent $60,000 that I'm still paying off for the degree, and then 3,000 hours that took me 6 years. But
you're still paying it off.
Dude,
Is it low interest? It's low interest. Yeah, you want to keep the low interest rates. You want to pay those off.
Yeah, I'm
slowly.
paying off the credit cards first.
Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Jesus, Shaun.
So it's interesting. Like so I just came back from that week-long, leadership training program on emotions, and the first thing that came up for me is like in these group scenarios, like we get triggered by each other, and I could just see a scenario in which I'm like so fucking mad or jealous, and I'm just like, I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, I'm fucking jealous. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I'm scared that you're going to leave me. I'm scared that you're going to leave me. And once you like accept all that stuff, it seems to just like kind of quiet in the body, right? Like
acceptance.
You name the fear. And I like that you name the fear. Like I'm scared that you might leave me, right? Like that's one of the things, that's one of the outcomes of the jealousies. There might be fear underneath there, or there might be anger at having been cheated on in the past, or having been left with somebody else in the past, right? So there might be some lingering PTSD around this relationship or around a previous relationship, and this is getting activated by whatever your partner's behavior of hanging out with an ex or hanging out with a female friend.
And then the work is to actually, when you notice that you're jealous, is to instead of trying to control your partner, is that you take it on. You work through it. You take it into the therapy room. It's your responsibility. Instead of telling your partner you can't or don't, or whatever it is. So like, instead of projecting your insecurities onto your partner, take ownership. Right. That's where the work is as far as jealousy.
And you could even take it to your relationship. Hey, I'm feeling super jealous.
Yes,
I know it doesn't have, it probably doesn't have anything to do with you, but I'm feeling insecure. And could you, like, so in polyamorous or non-monogamous relationships, like it's common for someone to experience jealousy because their partner is going out with their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their other partner. And you could say, I'm feeling super jealous. Can you give me a little bit of love? Can you tell me what time you'll be home tonight? Can you do some things to assuage my fears, or to calm or soothe my anxieties? And some people are going to be like, oh, that's super codependent. You shouldn't ever have to do that. You should never have to like get co-regulated by your partner. But that's what we do in partnership. Like, we often get co-regulated by them. And so
sharing what you're struggling with, no matter what, is actually going to make you and your partner feel closer. Even though it's your responsibility, and there's a difference between sharing by saying, bring it back to you, I'm feeling jealous, or that's
I'm
very
sad,
different than
I'm scared.
pointing fingers.
Yeah.
That's very different than because I feel this, you need to change your clothes.
Yeah, or
Or
you
you need to.
you always pick up the phone when she calls, or you always do
Yeah.
this. Like when she calls, I feel. I mean, this is classic NBC, right?
Yeah.
When this happens, I feel this.
Yeah.
So when you go spend time with your ex, I feel sad, I feel rejected, I feel abandoned, and it affects my ability to stay connected with you.
Yes. Asterisk NVC stands for nonviolent communication.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
$60,000, 3,000 hours face to face.
I love that. Yeah. Good. I'm glad someone had to do it. It certainly wasn't going to be me.
Oh God. But that's what makes us Starsky and Hutch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to be with another clinician. I want to be with a coach.
So soon our podcast is going to be called Two Bald Guys.
That's fucked up. Don't say that. Are you looking at my hair right now?
No.
Jeez, the lighting's good today.
Because I think you're going to shave your head at some point.
No, I will not do that.
Well, you're going to have to when you get the transplant, anyways.
I will have to shave my head if it goes past people are like, dude, you got to
the
shave your
halfway
head.
mark.
Yeah. But
Wait, is that where the ears, like where the headphones go?
Well, by that time you have to shave your head. But I look like a monk. I cannot shave my head. I just can't. I shaved my head. I look like a straight up monk. I don't care what you say about tattoos.
Okay, here's what I have to say about that. What's wrong with looking like a monk?
That's true. Okay, yeah, maybe in the 90s it wasn't cool, but fuck, now with wellness being commercialized.
Are you kidding, dude?
Maybe monk. Yeah. All right. Maybe I'll maybe.
I was literally on my bike. He always says that. What's so bad about that? What about
you're
all the
right?
monks?
Fuck. That's why am I saying monks are bad? Yeah, you're right.
Monks are listening to
I
our
just
show.
don't think that when you think about a sexy man, that a monk is the first person that comes to mind. But
dude,
why
discipline?
Also, why do you have to be a sexy man, John?
Why do you have to be a sexy man?
Yeah, why is that?
You're already a sexy man.
Well, I don't know about that. That's subjective, but I have a lot of hair issues. I've had hair issues since I was 12, spraying my hair with Aquanet. So hair is a big insecurity for me, and so I hold on to it, and so we'll see.
Dude, I mean, you
too.
you.
I know.
I get you, and also maybe because it's such an insecurity, it could be something to let go of instead of holding on to. Anyways, all right.
Anyways, thank you for listening. Be well.
Be well. Single on Purpose, the app.
Oh, thank you, Shaun.
Break Up on Purpose, the book.
Oh, thank you, Shaun.
Hey, what else, John?
That's it. I can't do any more else. That's all I got. That's all I got for the next 6 months.
And I'll see you. I'll see you next Friday.
Yeah,
next Thursday, actually.
Dude, should we do a podcast there, or are we going to bring our shit or no?
No, I think
no.
Well, where are you going to be on Monday?
This Monday?
The one after your wedding.
Oh, I'm there till Tuesday. We're staying there extra since we're already there.
I don't know that we should do. Well, let's just do it when we normally do it.
Yeah, because I don't want to mix work in. I mean, we're going to be eating fish tacos and drinking margaritas, and I don't want to have to. But I'll definitely record us on the phone, but none of this podcast production.
Yeah, I'll show you my new tattoo.
Okay, I'll show you mine.
Love you, bud.
Bye.
Bye.